Generating shaders time! Oh, my name is Steve. I hope y'all had a Thanksgiving that was really fantastic. And if you don't celebrate it, I hope last week was a good one for you. We're playing The Outer Worlds 2 today. Quick bit of stream business. I have been having so much fun playing Star Wars The Old Republic that I'm going to tack on a Dark Side Wednesday stream. We're going to start my Sith characters. I've been really eager to try out that side of it. So we're going to do that tomorrow. That's Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern, 8:30 on 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 on the East Coast. That's how it goes. Let's play.
DeVries said the grand plan made her do it, huh? Jeez, kinda preachy. Keep it in the monastery, lady.
I agree. Let's continue where I left off. It has been a week since I've played this, so. All right. I guess we're headed back to the ship now, right? The Trail of the Traitor. We're traveling to Golden Ridge. Augustine DeVries has allies in a place called Golden Ridge. Well, that's where we're headed. I don't think we're going to run into any hostiles on the way. It doesn't seem like it. Oh, yeah, I remember that guy. He was our welcoming committee here. That's Carter, good day. Hope your evening is going well.
Ah, there you are. I was expecting you 4 minutes and 27 seconds ago, but never mind that. I have a missive for you. Highest priority. Recipient's eyes only.
Missive from who? About what?
All I can tell you is that it is from Arcadia's most judicious custodians, the Order of the Ascendant. I am not privy to any information beyond that. Oh, they did also say it was important. I was tasked 6 months ago to deliver it to whomever ship was at this landing pad at this exact time. Well, 4 minutes ago, like I said. All other questions may be answered by viewing the missive, I expect. Farewell, and as they say, may all your endeavors come to fruition.
How mysterious. Okay, let's go aboard the ship, and then we'll read the missive. Oh, that's right. That was what's his name's gun. Let's see. Where's that going to be? Order missive. Well, it doesn't seem to want to let me read it. I tell you, I'm not very impressed by that. Unless I've got, because it looks like a data cartridge. So maybe I've got to drop it in something. Valerie's mod kit. Do we have enough keys for that? We do. Companion mod kits. You have acquired a companion mod kit. At a workbench, you can use this to apply upgrade mods to your companion's weapons and armor. These mods increase the damage and armor values of their equipment respectively, as well as granting additional bonuses. Each companion has a basic and advanced kit that must be found, with the latter granting to access to more powerful. That's not very well written. Okay. Level 8! Skill points and perk points. Okay. I think I want to get speech to 4. There were a couple times there when not having speech at 4 was a problem. And let's see. I think either medical or sneak. Dinner is supposedly around the corner. I have found that when Grubhub or DoorDash or any of those folks say we're right around the corner, occasionally it means we're 10 minutes off. But hopefully they are indeed right around the corner and you're about to get your food. Although, really, is maybe hacking or science? Or not hacking or science, hacking or lockpicking. You know what? Let's get medical. And let's think about hacking and lockpicking next time. Okay, I think that's good. We apply those. Perks. Okay, what perks do we have? No, ninja. I never liked that one, or that, or this, or that. Eventually, I would like to build up to where I'm using like sniper rifles. So I don't want to take point blank artist. Let's see. Marksman rifles, pistols, and shotguns deal increased damage. That's good. I like that. While the magazine of one of these weapons is half empty, they also gain a bonus to critical hit chance. That's awfully good. Okay, Crabble Rancher right now is on top. Critical hit chance with pistols and SMGs. I never use SMGs. Critical hits, reload a small... okay, that just gives you bigger magazines. You can fire while sliding, mantling, and sprinting. Manual reset. You can hack into auto mechanicals, forcing them to restart. I mean, that's kind of cool. We might look at that in the future. I don't want to pickpocket. You can access the restricted inventory of vending machines. That might be really useful. All right, so let's think about restricted access also. Plus 20% more stacks of vulnerable applied when dealing corrosion. I never do. Contents of a locked container can be viewed before lockpicking. Boy, that's really handy. Connoisseur. More healing from food and drink. And Connoisseur would be great. Given how much I needed to heal myself last time, I feel like Connoisseur is a good buy. We're going to get that. And then next time, I think we're going to get Crabble Rancher. I'm hitting E to apply. There we go. Boy, is my E key not working well? That's problematic. All right, we're done with this. And I've gained Valerie's mod kit. Okay. Is there a workbench?
Time to watch whatever it was the messenger had for us.
There we go. Okay. Well, no, I just tapped E there and it worked fine.
The Earth Directorate. I am Ruth Bassar, presiding bishop of the Order of the Ascendant.
Look at her hat.
At this time, I can only presume you think us your enemy, directly responsible for your colleague Augustine de Vries' actions way back on Horizon Point. I assure you, we were not. A splinter group was behind that heresy. The collective of scientists and scholars I lead are committed to elevating humanity by pursuing a greater understanding of reality.
Okay, well that's all right.
Our goals are not incompatible. We both oppose the Protectorate, and we both wish to preserve Arcadia from ruin. We can help each other. I entreat you to speak with Abbot Newell. He can be found in Golden Ridge at Matriarch's mercy. He will aid you in your mission, and hopefully, you will see fit to aid us in ours. Nav key coordinates to the Golden Ridge landing pad on Dorado are embedded in this message. Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
Okay.
Awaits us on Golden Ridge, Commander.
We might be able to do some work with that. I want to see about... where is the workbench? I feel like I have a workbench. Here we go. All right. I mean, it did say it was for the workbench, right? Plus 20% when below. Oh, man, that's a really good one. And that armor is very good, even if I don't like the look of it very much. Okay, let's break one of them down. I have crisis defenses for armor and then an additional medical inhaler slot. We need that for certain. Okay, I want to break down some things. Like, I have 2 of this officer's regalia. So let's break one down. We'll break down one of the stun batons. We'll keep the cool one. Okay, plus 40% toxic drain rate. What does this one have? While crashing, gain plus 20% damage. I do wind up scaling or crashing a lot. I don't care for that, but it does happen. So I think we get rid of that. I've got 2 light revolvers. And then I've got the incendiary one. Let's get rid of one of them. We'll keep the other. Okay. And I think that's going to be good. So it did... Oh, party upgrades. Goodness gracious. All right, so... Super cooling coils. Valerie's weapon now deals frost damage and deals significantly increased damage. Or, Valerie's weapon applies more stacks of burn and deals slightly increased damage. I mean, honestly, we do fire. So maybe we could use something that's going to freeze. Does she get an armor? 1, 2? Grants immunity to shock side effects. You know what? I know that auto mechanicals in this are normally damaged. They take increased damage from shock. So I think I'm gonna get that. Okay. Hey, that's really good. Can I guess I can't choose anything for these guys yet because I don't have any improvements yet. I need to unlock more. Okay. We're done. But very cool. We upgraded Valerie.
Hold on, Commander.
Whoa.
We can't take off before helping out Zeb's people at the Vox. We leave, and they're all but guaranteed a trip to mental refreshment.
Zeb's people at the Vox. I don't remember.
Agreed. The sooner the better. Just don't head out without me when you're ready.
I don't know what he's talking about. Oh, yes. Reunite Niles and Zebulon, rescue the subversives, and acquire Cypher. We forgot about that. Well, let's not say we. Let's put blame where blame lies, and that's me. I forgot that. All right. Fair enough.
Commander, the nav key coordinates supplied by the presiding bishop of the Order have been verified.
Thanks, Val.
Landing in Golden Ridge is now possible. Additionally, we are also able to land in Free Market Station due to the Astrogator's progress with the updates necessitated by its rebuild.
Okay. Got it. We'll ask more questions about her or about that later. We're gonna bail now. If I can remember how to get off the ship. Not that way. That looks like the engine room.
Careful now. Oh, you sure haven't lost any of your boundless energy?
My boundless energy. You're right. Okay. We will take our team from last time. Stopped using Grubhub because they became famous for leaving off half my order every time. You know, we have run into issues with them as well a few times. Okay, we'll just fast travel to the Vox Relay. I think we've killed all the bad guys there. I'm gonna hope we have. Just the same.
The station's gone. I can scarcely believe it. If we hadn't been assigned to guard the landing pad.
Fortunate for us, the Sentinel arrived when she did then. And she took her time with those instigators.
All it took was some light instruction and a restorative cocktail to abrade my imperfections. The Sovereign provides.
Back again.
The system abides.
Thought we were done for now.
I think. There we go.
Break as many fingers as pleases you. Still won't change my tune. Wait. Who are you? I'm certain I haven't seen you before. I remember all my oppressors.
We're not Protectorate. We're your ticket out of this hotbox. Esculepe sent us.
Esculepe? Zeb sent you? Wait, you're Niles, aren't you? Count on Zeb to go as far as raising the dead to help. But it's too late.
Sorry, I came as quickly as I could. You're gonna take care of something else. What do you mean too late? Where are the others?
I gather you haven't noticed the bodies in the pen here.
Oh. The others don't look like they suffered easy deaths. What happened?
Void-damned Protectorate brutality, that's what. The Consul sent a Sentinel to conduct a preliminary interrogation. But it was more like exploratory surgery.
Damn.
She tortured us for information. The others didn't survive her enthusiasm for the work. I'm only here because the Consul wants someone brought back to him, alive. Lucky me.
I was wondering, Zebulon mentioned he needed a cipher. Can I get that from you?
The cipher, right. I managed to memorize it before I was nabbed. 02519W. Should help Zeb decode the intelligence we sent him a whole lot faster.
02519W. Great, I already unlocked the pen. You should head back to Zebulon now.
Please don't think me ungrateful for your efforts, but I'm not going anywhere.
If
Why?
you're too hurt to walk, I'm sure the commander and I could...
No, it's not that. I need the Sentinel to take me onto that transport. I want her to think she's won. And then, just as we leave orbit, I'm going to blow her pretty ship to pieces.
That might just be the most ruthless bait and switch I ever heard. Your friends ought to be proud.
Thanks. Funny what ideas come into your head after losing a molar.
Ow. My explosives isn't too. It's usually best practice to blow up ships when you're not on board.
I'm no martyr. If there was another way to protect Zebulon and our cell, I'd take it. But if I escape, the Protectorate will pursue me, and everyone I care about will be in danger. I'll make it look like an accident. Mechanical failure. When I was being tortured, I saw some frayed wires near the fuel system. With the right spark, I think I can ignite it.
Can the levels be adjusted a bit? Dialogue's a bit... Yeah, let me finish this up and we'll do that. Okay. Niles, you're an engineer. What do you think? Will that work?
I have my doubts. Even if she managed to spark a few wires, that ship's bound to have a fire suppression system. It would kick in if there was any real ignition.
What do you propose, then?
Not blowing yourself up, for starters.
You know how relentless the Protectorate is. But if I die, that's the end of it. The Consul will turn his attention elsewhere, and our cause can continue in the shadows. Please, if you can help me sabotage the transport, then help me. We don't have much time.
Might be I could sabotage the transport from the outside. Make it look like negligent maintenance.
Sure, why not? Speech 3. I can say this. I agree with Niles. You shouldn't sacrifice yourself, Audra.
The others paid with their blood to protect the cause. How can I be unwilling to do the same?
That's exactly what someone's still trying. No, we're not. Let's. I mean, she's gone through enough. Don't you see? This is what your enemies want. More pointless death.
All right. I'm going to trust you on this, if only because I don't feel my head screwed on quite right at the moment. I just hope you're not wrong.
Me too.
No point in remaining here then, is there? Especially since you've already gone to the trouble of unlocking the gate. Tell Zeb I'll rendezvous with him later, somewhere safe. One last request. Don't damage the transport. A lone escapee is already insult, but a sentinel killed, her transport destroyed? The Protectorate won't ignore such outright injury. Anyway, thank you again. Look after yourselves.
I know what Audra said, but what if she's wrong? I can't help thinking we shouldn't leave without bloodying the Protectorate's nose first.
Are you kidding? Do you remember what we did? You have something in mind?
I could still go through with our plan from before. Sabotage the transport, make it look like an accident. Wouldn't be hard. I'm torn. On the one hand, Audra might be right. But when else are we going to have a chance to take out one of the Consul's lackeys and a Protectorate vessel?
I'm with Niles here. Wow, leadership 4 for that? Goodness. You're right. This is a golden opportunity. Sabotage the transport.
Thank you, Commander. Stay put. Shouldn't take me too long. Done. Won't go into the particulars, but you can trust that ship will blow the moment it hits orbit. Let's get back to Zeb. He still needs a cipher, and he'll want to hear about what happened with Audra.
Okay.
This paradigm we serve supplies all we deserve.
Perfect society demands perfect thoughts.
Nope, come on. Uh-oh. Oh, man. Oh, we made it. Oh, we haven't made it yet.
Never questioned, never doubted.
Come on.
Zeal never lacked.
Look at that. All right, back to Zeb. Back to Zeb in Westport. Oh, we had the Vox crash into Westport. You know what? I'm kind of curious to see what Westport looks like now. Zeb is even still alive. Yeah. I seem to recall there are a bunch of those big crabs over here, so maybe we stay sharp. All right. Hey, what's up, Zeb?
You've returned, but where are the others? Hold a moment. What's that in the sky? A Protectorate transport?
Huh. How about
What the
that?
blazes was that?
Well, I don't know. Okay, oh, that little explosion, that was all Niles' handiwork.
What of my team? That wasn't the vessel sent for them, was it?
Yes,
Tell me they
we
were not on board.
executed
A
them.
sentinel worked them over bad. Only Audra was still alive when we got there, and she was ready to blow herself up to take out that ship. Luckily, we found another way.
Damn the Protectorate. At least you were able to get through to Audra, and still find a way to avenge our fallen comrades. And what of the cipher?
Yep, okay, good. I was gonna say, I think it was 0259W, and I would have been wrong. 02519W.
Thank you. I was beginning to fear I'd have to decipher this intelligence.
Look at his hair. It's
Perhaps
just luxurious.
Mistaken about your commitment to making amends, Niles. Thank you for being true.
Can't fault you for having doubts. But I have changed. I am changing.
I hope you'll both forgive me my earlier disposition. I'm not normally so surly.
Don't worry about it. Just glad we could help out. Actually, you're lucky I like Niles so much.
I haven't much to reward you with, but take this.
Oh, Niles mod kit!
It's something I had started on for Niles long ago. Hopefully it fits. This information came at a steep price, but I'll put it to good use. Expect to hear from me should our cause require further assistance from the Earth Directorate's best.
There we go. Good luck, Zebulon. We'll be ready when you need us. All right, I'm okay with Zebulon. He's all right. Now then, let's take a look at that audio. That's what we want. Voice. I've got voice at 100. So let's do this. Let's drop effects by 10, and we'll bring up master by 80, or 280 rather, not by 80. Wireless menu. We can drop the menu one a little. It's awfully clicky. Okay, I think that's good. Let me know how that works. But voice is at 100. Voice is as loud as voice goes. Let's fast travel back to the ship. Where did I park? Wrapped it on den, box relay. Landing pad. There we go. Yeah, you know, we probably just should have gone straight into. I did see that. I was very, very flattered that my channel was your #1 channel. I thought that was pretty awesome. Okay, we're gonna need 4 more decryption keys. Okay, and I want to go to the workbench. Party upgrades. Here we go. All right, what can he get? Superheated acceleration barrel. Now's weapon now deals plasma damage and deals slightly increased damage. If we make it deal shock damage, it'll do extra to auto mechanicals. And that might not be a bad idea. This way we're covering almost all the elements. So let's do that. Rail revolver barrel. Okay. We've got that. Now, armor. Rubberized joint seals. Niles gains immunity to shock side effects and the effectiveness of his armor is increased. Or Niles gains immunity to corrosive side effects and the effectiveness. I mean, this is sort of... We've had one person use shock on us before. And we've had to go through a bunch of corrosive ones. So I think I'm going to go with that. And hope that I don't regret it. Now then. Armor. Okay, modify, yes. There we go. Plus 20% damage resistance while below 50% health. That's awesome. Helmets. Okay, I'm using this ridiculous one now. I'm just what was the other one I was thinking about? This one with the toxicity drain rate. I mean, this one does have a utility slot. No, we'll put it in this ridiculous hat. Whoa, hold on. No. This is what I want to do. Okay, I'm gonna hope that I did the right thing there. Can we build mods? Like, do I know how to make any? Oh yeah, I could make the Crisis Defense mod. I would have to get some stuff, but... And I can make that one too. That's fantastic. I don't really need to make that one, but still, that's awesome. Underbarrel, add-on, optic. That's pretty cool. Grip, attack. That's so neat. Okay, I think we have 6 bypass shunts and 8 mag picks. I think we're good. All right. You know what? Actually, while we're thinking about it, let's see. I want to make... We can't make any more compact rounds. I don't have enough black powder or enough scrap metal. Boo! Or maybe we break down some stuff. I certainly have enough to break down. All right, the pocket watch is really valuable. This we break down, I think. We definitely break down the joint actuator. Pneumatic pistons. Okay, the compass, I think. The coolant tanks, all of them. I wonder what the crabby meat breaks down into. Crabby shell, or crabble shell, pardon me, and crude biomass. Why not? I don't really care for that hat. Gonna sell the rings. I am honestly, though, just 33? I mean, that pocket watch is 131, and these are only 33 each? What? They're made of ferrochromium. So they're made of, like, I don't know, some kind of shiny iron. So maybe that's not that big a deal. Tribute unfiltered. Oh, those are smokes. We can absolutely use the nicotine in those. We will actually break down both of those. Break down the cigarette lighter. Biomass grenade we're not breaking down. We'll break down one of those helmets. All of these necklaces, gosh. Break down the earrings. I would have thought those would have sold for a lot more. The Raptidon hide. Okay. Still, though, we don't have, at least I don't think we have enough to craft the ammunition that I want to make. I could make no, I can't make shotgun shells. All right. Well, at the next stop, we need to buy more ammunition. And off to Dorado. Goodness, that was loud. Hold on. Maybe we drop effects to 80. Okay.
Updating ship roster to reflect the addition of Trooper Silong. Reminder, Earth Directorate agents are not allowed to participate in paid promotions funded by corporations. Furthermore, any opinions expressed in favor of product are the agent's own and do not reflect the opinions of the Earth Directorate.
Okay, as you were, Val. Have we landed? It doesn't look like we have. Or I mean, we're here. There we go. And we'll take the usual suspects. We've got 3 more slots here. I wonder if we're going to meet him here on Golden Ridge. Yeah, ammo can be scarce. I did not mean to do that. Is there like a way off of the landing pad here that is not gravity? No. Whoa!
Whoa. Didn't realize we were landing so close to the action.
We got bases down there. If one of them got hit, then that strike will be the first of many.
All right, we're gonna make a change in our loadout here. I'm gonna put the prism rifle in for that, just to give me a little more range. Plus, I have 267 short rounds, although that's what the rifle uses too. I think I'm gonna be happy with this for now. Do wish that had a little bit more if it, you know, increased, if it had a little bit more magnification on it. I'm gonna hope that we can make the jump here. Boy, I really don't know if we can or not. Let's quick save. Here goes. No! We could not make the jump. We were not able to. Let's just load that last one. Something tells me we can't make that jump. Tab, tune the wireless. Okay, I'm gonna hope that these are also music. You know what, real quick, we're gonna check and just make sure, like, is there a setting for audio log content? I mean, I'm gonna hope for the best. I have a feeling that this is not gonna be like copyrighted music. I have a feeling it's gonna be game appropriate. Yep. we're gonna turn the music down a bit. It's very clever, but like I'm not all that interested in hearing the clever music. Okay, how are we gonna get
we made
there?
the statue big enough?
To all the innovative minds in the Department of Applied Scientism from their admiring cohort in the Department of Research and Inquiry.
Next up, well, the seers among you
Nope.
already know.
The seers among you already know. That's funny.
Good day and welcome again to Advanced Abstract Algebraics, Section 4, Session 43. Please continue to enjoy the background music, which I have selected today based on its arithmetic-based harmonic progressions. My name is Edmund Vandersmythe, and I am the senior tenured laureate of the Tertiary Adjunct School of Numismatics, Order of the Ascendant. Today's lecture will focus on the generation of prime numbers, techniques, and uses thereof. I know. Prime numbers? Why so simplistic? Well,
All right, let's try this building.
Refresher course in remedial numismatics for those new to the order.
Stay vigilant. Report any suspicious activity to your nearest station warden.
You should have learned that definition decades ago, while still in diapers. But no matter.
Your patience is commendable, passenger. Please continue waiting quietly until the next tram arrives.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Iterative, if you can believe that.
But we'll take their stuff, their cash,
Given the
and the food.
Up your personal belongings. We must all work together to keep Golden Ridge beautiful.
I was just thinking that same thing.
Not itself a product of two other numbers.
This station must have really been something before the war made its home here.
Uplifting.
If things escalate, might never be something again.
Fair, that's true.
Side note, I am frequently asked why isn't 1 a prime number since nothing can divide it other than itself? And the answer is simple, you silly lay person. Because with such an inclusion to the definition of a prime number, then nothing else would be a prime number. And then what good are prime numbers? Wait, you ask, what good are prime numbers? Why would we want to find and use prime numbers? There are all kinds of abstract number theory applications, and that should and would be sufficient reason to want them.
I mean, it's funny, but no, I'm not going to. Do you remember if your Outer Worlds campaign took the perk where if you saw a robot, you got the willies? No, I didn't. Station reports. Current schedule. Tram 302, 999 minutes behind schedule. Tram 601, 999 minutes behind schedule. Tram 010, at station. Report any trams later than 16 seconds to the regional authority. Incident reports. Tram 609, 5 minutes behind schedule, staff shamed. Tram 813, 9 minutes behind schedule, staff admonished. Tram 552, 17 minutes behind schedule, conductor reprimanded and recommended for mental refreshment. Incidents. Citizen found eating food in non-designated area. Admonishment administered. Recurring incident will result in increasing admonishment, with eventual mental refreshment if issue is not resolved. Citizen fell asleep in common area and loudly snored, disturbing the peace in a public area. Severe admonishment. Recurring offenses will be reviewed by an arbiter. I think that's it. I mean, that's kind of interesting, but that's not awesome. I don't really care all that much about it. Sort of hoping there might be like an elevator or something up here, or stairs, or a big ladder. What was that? For Arcadia, no sacrifice is too great. Such was the caption of this mural, assembled painstakingly by a team of sculptors over the course of 6 years. Commissioned by the sovereign himself to immortalize Arcadia's bounty, the original mural was deemed too spectacular to confine to one location. Eventually, the decision was made to fabricate copies of the original mural, each of which would be housed in the tram stations throughout Golden Ridge, so that any subject may feel the caress of true artistry. Each of these copies was made to contain a piece of the original glorious mural. I mean, take? Yoink? Okay. That doesn't seem like it's going to be a...
The plan can wait. Our lines will not. Good subjects arrive.
This looks like an elevator to me.
To avoid missing their tram.
Come on, everybody. I mean, you snooze, you lose. What? What's going on here? Whoa. That was odd.
Looks like folks holed up here after the fighting started. Guess not everybody was eager to take sides.
I imagine you're right.
Day 206. Morale? Low. Condition? Feeble. Voucher mech. Watching. Always watching. Many have left for Matriarch's mercy, seeking refuge with the Order. The fools. Can't they see the Order is no different from the Protectorate? The Order won't...
Incessant muttering to oneself may disturb fellow passengers. Further conduct violations may warrant notification of the Sentinels.
Try it, you doddering rattletrap. Such threats compel me no longer.
Wow.
I now answer to no one. I've seen through the lies of both sides. In time, everyone will.
Unwarranted optimism may be a sign of a more serious imbalance. Please see a curativist before boarding.
Goodness. All right. Provisions dispenser. Do you have ammunition? Now that's recipes for ammunition. I want ammo itself. How much cash do we have? 5,200. Good. I want to buy some compact rounds. Maybe 100. And I want to buy... I don't have anything that uses heavy rounds or long rounds. I do have something that uses short rounds, but I have 267 of them. That's probably enough. Maybe we'll buy like 50 shotgun shells. Okay. Do you have any armor? No. They just have ammunition. They have some recipes for stuff. I mean, maybe we buy... How much are explosive grenades? 400. Gosh, that's a lot. It couldn't hurt to buy a recipe for a plasma grenade. I mean, maybe we're able to, you know, we're able to learn to fish rather than going out to get a fish. Yeah, 400 is an awful lot. I don't think they have much else that I want. Numbing agent. I think that mine is full right now. 1680. Holy cow. All right. I think we're done. No, mine is at 0. I'm going to check something here. Buy. Okay. Oh, all right. It's 210 each. Let's get, I think getting 3 will probably put me up to 2. I mean, it did cost a lot, but I now have 2 charges of the healer, which is good stuff. Did it beep when I walked through? Oh, it did. How about that? That's cool. All right.
We got an appointment to keep at Matriarch's Mercy. Let's just hope we don't get shelled too.
Yeah. All right, everybody stay frosty. Contrapositive implications. What do we got over here? That's worth a look.
Please, somebody help us! Anybody, please!
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
Finally, some help. We desperately need aid. Desperately.
We?
My family and I, we was making our way to the mercy camp for us refugees. We were set upon. My wife, my son were injured. Can't move them by myself. I had to leave them just past this tunnel so as I could go for help. But being alone is even more riskier. The Varachnids, I chased them off, but they'll be back. Please help us. Ain't nothing I can do for them, but you got weapon and medicines and can get us to the camp. Please.
What is this? Oh, I think that he is probably lying. I think this is a trap.
I don't vary by my guess. She was bit on the thigh, high, like can see bone. Or maybe white means infected. She's screaming all the time when she's awake. Then she goes to sleep. She in agony. And my son ain't waked since the attack.
Ain't
hurry,
waked?
Please. We must hurry or
They'll be eaten?
They'll be eaten. Or worse.
All right. I think I'm going to regret this.
Thank you. Thank you. This way. This way.
I am going to shoot this guy so very many times if he does wind up double-crossing us. I feel like he's probably leading me right to his little bandit camp.
Not exactly. Get him, boys.
You bastard!
Need a better spot. Really smart, huh?
All right, that's it.
Commander, watch your vitals.
Yeah. Let's take a break and have some food. Fabwitch. Absolutely. Yum. And some tea. I do like some tea. Salted chips, fruit casts, pure sprat. I don't know what that is. Sounds gross. Boris loaf. Oh, purpleberry stuff. I miss purpleberry stuff. Okay, I think we're good. Crude biomass. You guys suck. Okay, he had some ammunition on him. Burst assault rifle and 43 long rounds. That is interesting. Short rounds, long rounds. What's this? Plan is good. We kill a lot of dumb people and take their stuff. It's hard sometimes to still talk smart. Taking Adrena time makes talking good easy, but after Adrena time makes it even more harder. So need more Adrena time. We just gotta move. Find new people to steal from. Order guys, Auntie's guys, and angry order guys are all hard to fight. New people's is easy. Ha! No, we're not. Just need find new place to catch them when order guy's not around. Yeah, this new good plan. We scrappers can do this. Just got to keep talking smart and keep dumb talking scrappers in back for ambush. Well, you can see how it went for you guys, you jerks. What do you have? Retailered gear. What's retailered gear all about? It's kind of crap. I mean, it really is sort of junk. What am I wearing now? Oh, I should be putting on... Well, this is the crisis defenses stuff. Gosh darn it. I should have put on the officer's regalia, but I like the medium armor. I don't want to go to heavy armor if I can avoid it, so... All right. Anyway, have we killed all the... or looted all the guys? I guess we have. All of you guys are pricks. You know what? Let's quick save here. Maybe they've got a box with more stuff in it around. Gears, energy canister, scrap metal. That's good. That's good stuff right there. All right. I don't think he's trustworthy. You were right. I was naive. Oh, come on.
Think they'll notice if we jump the queue?
Yeah, I'm just going to.
Another refugee? Just a moment. Allowing anyone into Matriarch's Mercy unprocessed will upset the precarious ratio of refugees to aid.
I'm not a refugee. I've got plenty of money.
Approximately 7.85 days, presuming no unforeseen alterations.
I kind of want to say that, yeah. Skip the rigmarole. I'm here on business from the presiding, or for the presiding bishop.
That a fact? Well, I was going to give you a friendly warning, but since you don't have the time, I'll leave you to wonder. So be it. Welcome to Matriarch's Mercy.
Oh, let's see what that gun is like. All right, so it's automatic, I'm assuming. It looks like it. It's like a green AK-74, maybe, or AK-47. Magazine size 48. No mods on it. We'll keep it, though. It might be fun.
I remember this place before the war.
What is this theft? Of course it is.
Peaceful silence of the canyons.
I can't recall the last time this region was silent. Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
No, I don't. What about you?
And then we solve for the... apologies. Just catching up on a research assignment between queries. Yes? Did you need something?
You usually perform advanced calculations in the midst of a busy settlement?
Typically, no. And it has been somewhat challenging focusing my concentration. The abbot felt a scientician operating in a conspicuous spot in the thoroughfare might be useful. An illustrative way for our guests to see how we operate. To show how the crabble patties are made, as it were. That is, if the meat preparation involved a 90-step rate formula and a conflux of polynomial equations.
So you're just mathing out here in public so passersby can watch you math?
I am also on hand to answer queries by providing data supporting our actions. Though perhaps due to my central location, 89.74% of the time, I am simply asked for directions.
I would have I would have been okay with most of the time. Okay. What kinds of data do you have in support of the Order's efforts here?
Given our present circumstances, most of my data revolves around existential threats vis-a-vis the displaced. According to data, life inside shows a notable uptick in key relevant quality of life factors. Longevity,
I wonder if those guys we bumped into were the displaced.
Life outside sees increased risk of starvation, inclement weather, and hostile xenofauna. Yes, indeed. Numbers are really against you out there.
Better to have shelter and beaten by raptidons. Check.
By quite a healthy statistical margin, yes. We nurture the body while we minister to the mind. We organize.
These guys are weird.
We have diverted internal resources to better meet demand in key areas. And I'm pleased to say that's led to a statistically significant 2.7% increase in refugee satisfaction.
Do you do surveys?
But if my
do
data
you
remains
ask them?
Unconvincing, I suggest you inquire with Provisioner Plotnik inside the lift building. Simply tell her Archivist Widmark approves brief use of her time.
I'll let you get back to it.
Then back to it I shall get.
Okay, and that's theft.
How long are we meant to stay here?
Ask the Order. I'm not in the prediction business.
How long are we meant to stay here?
Oh no, these are displaced.
How long are we meant to stay here?
Ask the
All
Order.
right.
I'm not in the prediction business.
Those are very cool looking leather satchels. I want one. Hi, can we talk to you? No? All right.
Broke my nose last scrap. Or, I guess... I banged him up real
Wow.
good for you, didn't I?
Look at this guy.
I owe you one, right? Matters settled. The void you did. Barely connected. You're thinking of 2-3 scraps ago. You've been mostly unconscious a while now.
Can you tell me anything about the situation in this settlement?
You used at least 2 words I ain't sure I know. And I already forgot the question. No? I think. You want to talk to Boss Tilda. She's the brains in this... What does she call it? Oh, yeah. Quasi-illicit shenanigan. Doesn't like to look at us when we're all banged up. Said my face turned her off Borscht loaf. Anyhow, head down the hill along the fence. Tell her Mapother and Mudge sent you.
Mapother is how you pronounce that. Oh wait, Inez wants to talk.
Commander, you got a minute to talk? I got some thoughts on this situation with the refugees.
Sure. Yeah, what's on your mind?
The number of folks seeking refuge from the war is, well, it's beyond what I expected. And beyond what the Order is capable of handling, seems like. Antes may not be faring much better here, but we could at least find enough work for these folk to buy some food.
Why would Auntie's Choice do anything out of the kindness of their hearts?
I mean, we ain't gonna give up our cots for what could be the enemy. We're doing what we gotta do to keep our heads on our shoulders. It's a tough situation, that's all I'm saying. But if the Order can't even manage tens of folk at their doorstep, they ain't gonna manage much better should they win the war.
To ask these refugees if they prefer free food or having to work for it. Okay. I don't know. Auntie's Choice might do a better job. And they, they're very much a meritocracy. So, if you work for it, you succeed. This seems sarcastic to me. I don't know. Because I don't want to, continue to pick a fight with her.
But nothing's ever really free, is it? I went through this myself when Auntie's Choice took over Tau Ceti. It took time to secure the merger, but once they did, We folk got the help we needed real quick. And all they wanted in return was the signing of an employment contract. Now, I ain't seeing any contracts in Matriarch's mercy. So what is the Order actually gaining by doing this?
That's a fair question. Good point. Maybe they're scouting for new converts or conducting a human trial?
The thought has crossed my mind, though I reckon we might have seen concrete proof of that by now. Anyhow, if the Order is in fact helping these folk with no hidden aims, then, well, I'll be the first to admit that there might just be merit in what they're selling. Appreciate you hearing me out.
Okay, no, we're not gonna say that. Okay, we'll talk later. All right, what about Niles? Does he have things to say? He does not. That's theft.
What happened to this place? Law. Matriarch's mercy is no safer than the trenches.
Look on the bright side. I predict that the worst
We're not
is
going
behind us.
anywhere. Not on the basis of some half-baked prediction.
Except for the fact that you ain't yelling and trying to eat me. I'd have pegged you as some sort of prosperous scrapper by the rough look you got about you. You do got a certain feral look in your eye, though. Okay. I give up. Tell me.
Prosperous Scrapper is close enough. Earth Directorate, Commander Friday. And you are?
May Huffstutler. Formerly Auntie's Choice, Department of Invasive Marketing. Now, the voice of the displaced. That's what those in the Order call me, leastways. An unofficial sobriquet, likely meant as a petulant slight. On account I object. Louder. More often than the rest. Those of us ended up here have very little except needs. I turn those into demands for reasons of clarity and import.
I kind of like a helpful troublemaker is a noble calling.
Though, admittedly, it's a difficult way to make friends. The Order's not exactly fond of me. Rabble-rousing doesn't align with their vision of a perfect universe. Happy as I am to make your acquaintance, I'm busy staking our claim over the exclusion zone, so if you'll excuse me.
What was that you mentioned about an exclusion zone?
The exclusion zone. The Order has decided to keep us out thanks to some nebulous prediction of disaster. Screw their predictions. We have people, displaced by war and disaster, in sore need of space. There's plenty of room to house them.
Let's see here. The Order's prediction must have been especially foreboding.
Chance of life-threatening peril from a yet-to-be-determined catastrophe were the administrant's words. Not what I would call specific. I honestly don't give the slightest whit about the Order's idea of math or whatever calculation tells them that a catastrophe may or may not occur. I couldn't get anywhere with Administrant Agarwal, but you, maybe you'll have better luck.
What makes you think the administrant would listen to me?
Even the Order, for all of their logical ways, value an outside perspective. And because I've run out of options.
You'll understand if I ask about a reward. I'll give it a try.
Thanks, stranger. Maybe fate's on our side for a change. You can find Agarwal in the lift building, probably formulating another equation to get on my nerves.
Okay, well, we have a bunch of quests to do around here. And I want to do this first. Meet with Abbot Newell. That's what we are doing first. Okay.
Where do we go now? Another refugee camp? Another
Yeah,
colony?
I did select that, didn't I? Okay. I mean, we are in Golden Ridge, aren't we?
Predict with
There's
an
not
8.2
a
margin of error.
I don't see a fast travel, not a fast travel point, but I don't see a mark to where we're meeting this person. So what does this guy have?
1,068.5 pardons, but my attention is presently 99.81% occupied, coordinating provisions and supplies for the displaced.
Yeah, show me what you have for sale. Oh, wait, she did. Okay, I should speak with you about your work.
Well, if the archivist said so, I suppose I can factor out a moment. As the assigned provisioner, I am responsible for coordinating the requisition and distribution of comestibles, medicinals, and miscellaneous vital supplies. The overwhelming majority of my time is dedicated to this, leaving only moments to see to the order's needs in the settlement. But it is an effort I undertake with great relish. You may not have noticed, but the refugees do not want for food or medicine.
Okay, pardon me. Sorry to say, but the displaced may not have noticed either.
With the great disruption that has occurred to their lives, one can hardly blame them.
Whoop.
That they are fed and remain healthy is sufficient
Bumped my
for me.
microphone there. Sorry about that. I bet you're more stressed than you let on, but you seem happy about it.
The Order of the Ascendant is dedicated to the ascension of humanity. Our ultimate goal may not be reached in our lifetime. If I can help others in need today,
her
I
hat
shall
is
do so
weird.
to the utmost extent of my abilities and
It is
resources.
very unusual. I'll leave you to it.
Appreciate you respecting my time.
Oh, here we go.
What is it? I have 15 seconds of allotted time for non-specific discourse, so choose your words with expediency. Oh, don't tell me. You're here on behalf of the voice of the displaced, aren't you?
May Hofstetter said I should speak with you.
Oh, May, is it? You're on a first-name basis already? This is about the exclusion zone, correct?
Okay. The voice of the displaced wants to resettle her people.
Or that it only that simple, but she ignores essential variables of the equation. You see, the seer predicted that a calamity would befall the exclusion zone, warning that the barrier must not be crossed. But the ever-disruptive voice of the displaced is dead set on occupying the exclusion zone anyway, laughing in the face of certain peril.
Precisely how is the exclusion zone dangerous?
We don't know, and therein lies the frustration. The seer has augured death for anyone who enters the exclusion zone. Yes, you heard me right. Death. Furthermore, and I quote, an outside mediator, having earned the confidence of both sides, has a high likelihood of clearing up an ongoing dispute.
Ooh,
and now
that's
the
me!
voice has involved you. How auspicious. Perhaps you are the outside mediator who was foretold.
Yes, I am. I'm sure of it. If you believe both sides will listen, then I'm in.
I believe only in the cold, inconvenient mathematics of the cosmos. This will work. It must work. The first step is to familiarize yourself with every angle of the dispute. Talk to the people of Matriarch's Mercy. The displaced want the exclusion zone. We want it kept off limits. We can't both be right. With your seasoned perspective, perhaps the voice of the displaced will learn to listen. Any questions before you get started?
Yeah, bunches. Okay. I've spoken to a few people with valid concerns about the conditions in camp.
These are the data points we need. Keep at it then. Precision is ever our ideal. Many people around camp support or object to our methods. Speak to them, form your own opinion, and when you are ready, you will decide the fate of the exclusion zone.
All right. I mean, well, we did something. Can't take that.
Law. It's you.
What?
Oh, thank the architect you're finally here. I've scarcely breathed while hoping you'd come. I am in desperate need of your help.
Me? You want my help? You don't even know me.
True, But the Order's predictions know you better than you know yourself.
I have a question first. What do you think of conditions at the camp?
As a doctor, I'm appalled. We don't have enough beds or private quarters to separate people, so sickness is blazing an unhappy trail through the refugees. Of course, the Order keeps us well supplied with meds, but things will get worse as long as we're overcrowded. Yes, I can treat sickness as it arises. It would be leagues better
this guy's
to
hair
prevent
is
it entirely.
fabulous also.
That means space to spread out.
Anything I can do to assist with that?
Since you asked, you can run this medicine to Horst Lambing. Just don't shake the man's hand. He has a habit of coughing into his palm when he covers it at all.
Okay. I don't think I need healing. Can't wait to catch whatever is going around. Farewell.
You're right. The universe does not orient itself toward fairness. But it's my firm belief humanity can do better.
All right, that person didn't want to talk.
To the contrary. Ah, I pleasantly anticipated this exact moment. My personalized order prediction and weekly prognostics report both mentioned encountering an unforeseen factor about now. I suppose that designation
These guys
doesn't
are so
wholly apply
weird.
to you, though, does it? Predicting future events is an imprecise science. Currently, that is. Well, then. I read that you'd have questions about our predictive methods, correct?
Can you tell me any? Actually, I do kind of want to know that.
We utilize a mix of proprietary research methods to gather as complete a data set as possible, and advanced calculations using well-honed models to effectuate it. None of us predict events with complete accuracy or absolute detail. We'd need to solve the universal equation to do that. Fortunately, we're all working very hard on that problem.
At least the hat matches the outfit. It did match the outfit. You're right. My hat does not match my outfit at all. I look ridiculous. Your little department does what now?
The Department of Predictive Analysis is mainly populated by seers like myself, who represent the Order's most talented mathematicians. After years of study, some can predict events a few seconds or minutes into the future with reasonable precision. Others can estimate with up to 71.1% accuracy several months out.
That's still pretty good.
Predictions have grown more difficult with the loss of the archive, but I am not to speak of that with an outsider. No offense.
Okay. How do weekly prognostic reports and personalized order predictions differ?
The former are generalized forecasts for groups or settlements. The latter are more specialized to individuals and take far more time to calculate.
That makes
Usually
sense.
Some are handled by one of the more senior seers in a region. But with Seer Wiley's days taken up advising the abbots and other things, this responsibility falls to me. Regrettably, I have built up a bit of a sizable backlog.
Okay. Can you tell me anything about the situation in the settlement?
Matriarch's mercy is brimming beyond capacity with those cast out by war. But we of the Order rise to every challenge and continually strive to better our guests' existence. Why, I, for instance, have availed my predictive methods to our refugee neighbors in the area.
Can't understand why I'm not seeing them here in droves. Wait, so you lack any substantial ways to aid the refugees?
There's nothing more practical than improving lives now, is there? We've offered the displaced access to our weekly prognostics reports and personalized order predictions. Engagement
That's not
is
food
admittedly
and
rather
medicine,
low,
pal.
but at least one member of the camp reports he has benefited from them greatly.
One person here will swear by the Order's predictive methods.
One of our recent guests, Rollo Nast, has received multiple personalized order predictions. I believe he could speak to the effectiveness of our ways firsthand.
All
If
right,
my own humble
we're going to talk to
assertions are
him.
not enough, I trust his attestations would convince you, and perhaps other members of the displaced as well.
Okay, I'll leave you to it.
I foresee you have much to do. I won't keep you. Adieu.
I figure Mom Sai will be happy to elect all who will
All right, can this person doesn't want to talk to me. None of these folks do. Can I use this? Call lift. All right, we might do that in a minute. Oh, it's Wiley. We're supposed to talk. Oh, and this guy.
Ah, you must be the Earth Directorate agent I was told to expect. Your punctuality is commendable. Allow me to welcome you to Golden Ridge. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available, but can I interest you in a customary debate over decidability?
No. Start using smaller words, or I'm gonna start using bullets. No time for that. Ruth said we could help one another out.
Yes, the presiding bishop sent word of your imminent arrival. However, due to our need for compartmentalization, she was scant on the details of your mission. That said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, what brings you to Golden Ridge?
Okay. I don't recall that, but there we go.
Victor? Oh, yes, Archivist Clemens. Quite the mind. Such encyclopedic knowledge of engineering. One could almost mistake him for an exemplar. Is he in some kind of trouble?
Ooh, okay. I'm not sure, but it seems likely he's involved in a plot to destroy Arcadia.
Victor Clemens, some kind of radical. What an absurd notion.
I must agree with my seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over a damaged datapad. It's difficult to imagine him capable of worse.
Oh, okay, cool. A friend of the traitor I'm after said she and Victor had secret contacts within the Order.
And that may well be true. But our standard of proof within the Order is not normally met by hearsay alone. Victor's currently supervising highly experimental research at one of our labs to the northwest, the Enray Range, beyond the invaders' front lines. Unfortunately, you'll need to go through the decommissioned autonomous extractorium to reach it. That path is less than safe, so I advise caution.
Can you be more specific about the threats I'll be facing?
Besides the highly caustic Zeranium River and the Mantisaurs, we've also received reports of mad cultists in the area.
Great.
It does make me wonder why Victor decided to stay.
Is that all? I laugh in the face of such danger. I'm sorry, mad cultists?
Rift worshippers spouting inane theories. They began showing up prior to the invasion. The first sign of dysfunction in the Protectorate always starts small, doesn't it? Loath as I am to admit it, there may be some merit to your worries over a conspiracy within the Order, whether Victor is involved or not. As my predecessor would remind me, denying unpleasant facts is not good science. I would be remiss if I failed to support an investigation.
Time to start busting some kneecaps. Glad we're on the same page. Now, how can I return the favor and help you?
No doubt you heard of the recent attack launched on that Auntie's Choice base, Outpost Opportunity. It came from one of our facilities, the Zeranium Manufactory. But that facility is intended for research, not military action. I hate thinking an Order member responsible, but given the precision of the attack, it does suggest traitors in our midst. It would undoubtedly benefit both of us to root them out.
Respectfully, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger? Would
Oh,
an
zip it,
internal
Landon.
review of our ranks not be more appropriate?
I'm an agent with the Earth Directorate. What more do you need to know?
Earth Directorate agent is just a title. I'd seek to know who you are beyond that bit of headline.
Stare solemnly into the distance. I ask myself that question every day. Okay, we've got to do the gambler one. Tell you this much, you don't want to bet against me.
Gambling is for those who lack an understanding of basic probability theory. I don't make wagers. I make predictions. Accurate ones.
I don't dispute the need for discretion, my friend. But the presiding bishop made the determination to send the agent to us. It's best we trust her calculations. Moreover, our
Landon.
situation is growing increasingly dire. I can't overstate my fears concerning this most recent attack ending the ceasefire and reigniting the war in Golden Ridge. One more thing. Your investigation into the traitors takes precedence. But if you could also render aid at Outpost Opportunity on our behalf, such a gesture might preserve the peace.
Okay, let's see here. Thanks for the leads. I'll look into all of this.
I knew I could rely upon you. Ruth wouldn't have sent you otherwise. Here, take this writ of investigative inquiry. It'll grant you access to the manufactory. Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own inquest into these traitors you've mentioned erstwhile. We can compare notes once you've returned with your findings.
Okay, a few more questions before I leave.
Illuminating the path to true erudition is an abbot's moral duty. Whatever I can tell you, I will.
All right, what can we ask here? I've noticed you refer to Wiley as a seer. What is that?
A calling for those with a greater than average talent for mathematics and computation, particularly in the field of predictive analysis.
Greater than average tendency towards wankerism. Congratulations, I guess. Is that a fancy way of saying you can predict the future?
Yes.
Seer Wiley is being too modest about his contributions. Many in the Order rely on seers for their indispensable counsel. I myself would be lost without mine.
I do value a good lackey. Okay. Having someone who can predict the future certainly seems handy with the war on.
Oh, indeed. I needn't educate you on what you can see with your very eyes. There is a great deal of pressure on me to navigate what is a rather novel situation. Without Wiley, I dare say our predicament here would be even more precarious. Many lives depend on him, on us both. Why, Matriarch's Mercy would not be the refuge it is without his predictions shepherding its development.
Okay. This is a brazen statement, but it's very true.
Not if you consider the alternative. Its absence would be far more catastrophic for these poor refugees. Really, the Order is being quite charitable.
Thanks for filling me in. I'll be on my way. Okay, I do want to take I feel like I've got other ones here. I do need to talk to more people. Okay. Message to Outpost. All right, we were going to do that. Mural pieces. Got it. All right, that I have no idea. That's back on the first planet we were on. Okay, I want to talk to more of the people here.
We need to help the folk at Opportunity, Commander. Void the Abbot. He's more concerned with exonerating his own than with making things right.
What happened to this place? Law. Matriarch's Mercy is no safer than the trenches.
Look on the bright side. I predict that...
I could use a break from fighting injustice.
Everything's around the camp.
Vexing. We're at the mercy of the Order, and the Order is at the mercy of their predictions. Not to insult our gracious hosts, but these people don't wipe themselves unless an equation tells them to.
I should be going.
Hope you appreciated how I bit my tongue back there with the Abbot. Didn't want things to come to blows with civilians in the crossfire. Full of excuses for the attack, wasn't he? Could be that he's sincere. Or it could be that he has his hands so full with keeping his community from falling apart that he missed a memo or two.
I think it
Either
might
way,
be that.
I'm willing to stay my hand until we know the truth. If it were my folk buried under the rubble, I'd want to know for certain before acting. Besides, ain't nobody around here better suited for investigating than we are.
I think the abbot was just trying to cover his ass.
I prefer doing my shooting after asking all the pertinent questions, Commander. While we're at it playing detective, we need to scope out opportunity. If there are any survivors, we ought to help, however we're able. I can only hope they had warning enough to run for cover. If they didn't, well, there's only so much basic training can prepare you for.
Yikes. Speaking from experience,
Once endured a week-long bombardment in a foxhole with only enough rations to last 3 days. Screams went on twice that long. Some of us still ain't fully recovered. We should move on, unless you got something for me?
no. We'll talk later. Do any of these guys have anything to say? We talked to some people inside.
Where do we go now? Another refugee camp? Another colony? What happened to this place? Law.
All right.
Matriarch's Mercy is no safer than the trenches.
This looks like a bar. Maybe? Nope, that's where we just were. I got a little turned around.
By calculating the position of every atom in the universe, it can predict the future, control reality.
Okay, are there any more people we can talk to?
Wait. Don't tell me you're one of those drones from Auntie's choice.
Can't say I'm fond of these lodgings. Look, I'm not with Auntie anymore. We all had reasons to leave.
Really? What was yours?
Honestly, I don't think it matters anymore.
My soup is nutritionally calculated to sustain all bodily functions, but it could use a little salt.
Yeah, I'm not gonna help you with that.
Reminds me of Tau Ceti right after the merger. Had to wait for my number to be
Since
called
the
just to get
schism,
rations and a
The
cop.
Protectorate have rewritten
Hope these
history
folk
to
don't have to wait
exclude
as
our
long.
teachings. Apologies, outsider. As a vicar, I am usually tasked with guiding non-order lay people, such as yourself. Lately, the abbot has tasked me with the education of the refugees in our care. You are, of course, free to stay to be enlightened by my lecture, but I don't need an abacus to predict your path lies elsewhere.
I was curious about the refugees.
Well, if it's in the displaced's best interests, I imagine I can find a moment.
You seem fairly in the know. What's the situation in this settlement?
Yes, I reckon I do have my ear to the grimy dirt floor of Matriarch's Mercy. I hear what common lay people are saying, and the wide array of bodily noises they make. Suppose I, more than any other member of the Order here, connect with non-scienticians. I've begun daily lectures, including practical advice on efficiently planning their days. I frequently launch into extended orations on everyone's favorite topic, math. And meticulously expatiate on our sex origins in the most rigorously pedantic detail.
Talking at them? Okay, you haven't actually told me anything about the situation here.
Oh dear, I got ahead of myself, didn't I? That's an occupational hazard around here. As I'm sure you've read in recent dissertations doing the rounds, education has proven to have a 13.7% increase in overall quality of life. I am single-handedly making a difference here, with constructive pointers on efficient scheduling, lessons on order history, plus some mathematics for a little added razzle-dazzle.
She's still not really telling us anything. Do you think people are listening?
Never as many as I would like, perhaps, but my little congregation grows by the hour. Eventually, my unsophisticated layperson friend, the knowledge just seeps right in. Give it a few years and they'll even be asking questions.
Wow. Okay. What about the congregation here? I was going to talk to them, but... Wanted. Maintain order for bits. Look up local bounties. Jim Dumsaney. Okay. Or Jan. the crimes of repeated and indiscriminate slaughter of Order personnel. Unlike her brothers, Jan Dunsany, that's what I'm going to go with, Dunsany, appears to bear some vestige of duty from her prior life in the Protectorate. Unfortunately, this is manifested in a hatred for the Order. She seems to believe that the Protectorate has treated us too gently, and that we must all be executed as traitors. She has already made good on this belief in the dozens. Jan Dunsey currently resides in the Scrapper's Den with her gormless fellows. For their crimes, they must be eliminated. Morton and Edward Dunsany. For the crimes of thefts, malfeasance, general wreaking of havoc. Morton and Edward Dunsany belong to the many Protectorate subjects abandoned by their local leaders. However, rather than turning to us for aid, the duo instead partook in petty banditry. They have since acquired many fellow ne'er-do-wells and have swiftly become a problem too troublesome to ignore. The brothers reside within the abandoned Guardian Estates in the southwest region of Golden Ridge. Note that due to catastrophic damage to our tram infrastructure, the mountain on which the estates reside must be ascended. Breaching the scavengers' lines may be difficult, but those who succeed shall be amply rewarded. I mean, just to see? Okay, I don't have one. That's good. Let's see if there's this must be an outhouse. All right.
Watch yourself if you intend to nose around that collapsed ramshackle. I swear, refugee settlements aren't what they used to be.
Okay, my health was never in question, but anyone inside may have been gravely injured.
Oh yeah, Duarte. He's former Auntie's like me. He was underneath for a few hours. Or, no, that was before. This time it was Rollo Nast? No.
Oh,
Gert
Rollo Nast is
Falkenberg.
someone we're supposed to
Happens a
talk
lot.
to.
People here need more room to breathe. Can't build in the walkways, can't set up in the exclusion zone. So they build up. Best they can, at least. Don't have proper building material.
It's like
or
the
nothing.
stacks in
They just
Ready
make
Player
do.
One.
After a while, the stacked up little huts they jury-rigged come tumbling down.
Does this vicar have a better pass than Max did? I don't know. I don't know if she's gonna be, if she, you know, if her character is going to open up as much as Max did. So a bunch of displaced have been hurt doing this?
Oh, you put that together, did you? Here, I thought I was being subtle. Yeah, people keep at it. What else choice they have? Order won't listen. Maybe if we interspersed our requests with numbers, they'd pay attention. Seems like all they care about sometimes.
What worries me is you may be right. Be seeing you. Okay, I wonder if there are other people we might talk to around here.
Welcome. Have you come to bask?
Oh, there's Rollo Nast up there.
Oh, a visitor. Hello. You weren't mentioned in my latest personalized order prediction. Granted, I mostly skim the parts what don't cover probabilistic dangers, so perhaps you were alluded to in some, roundabout fashion. Suppose that means you're not a threat. So that's good, right? Yeah, I reckon that's good.
Oh, I'm a threat, all right. Novice Seer Vicarage mentioned you had a good experience with order predictions.
I'll say, I try not to make any big plans until I consult my latest POP.
I mean, that's like right in the neighborhood of like, I don't make plans without talking to my psychic.
Predicted you must wear a helmet today. I borrowed one as a laugh. Everybody ribbed me about it. Just after lunch, wind picked up on the cliff above and dropped a mock apple 152 meters straight down onto my head. Fortunately, I still had that brain case on.
Could just be a coincidence, couldn't it?
Sure, but I've had 9 POPs so far, and at least 3 times something similar happened. Avoided drowning in a culvert, sidestepped my mantisaur allergy. Forget the other. Things like that just illustrate the fragile nature of human existence, especially here in Golden Ridge. My co-occupant Ike had a POP done and told him avoid liquids for 48 hours. He ignored it. Later got drunk, passed out, drowned face first in a puddle of water.
Their forecasts just seem impractically vague to me. I wouldn't say I guess. Period at the end of that.
You did catch the part I said they saved my life, right? I think alive is a notable improvement on dead. That's something you can take to the bank, you know? Figuratively speaking. I don't know why the other displaced have been so slow to take to them. But I'm not complaining too loud. Waited for my latest POPs long enough already.
Okay. All right, well, we've had our conversation with Rollo Ness. Let's pick what we're going to do here. Let's see. Have we talked with enough people? Maybe we go talk to Administrator Agarwal again. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that name right at all, but
Matriarch's mercy. Heed the teachings of the order.
here we go.
Scienticians around the settlement inform me you've made some inquiries. Good, good. Continue poking around further, though. You must earn both sides' trust, you know.
That it? Any advice on where to poke around or who to poke?
Have you spoken to all representatives of the Order? All of the displaced? The doctor? The questionable types from Sub Rosa? Investigated the containers? If not, do. Well then, if you need me in the meantime, I'll be here, up to my ocular organs and requests.
Okay, your misgivings aside, how are things in Matriarch's Mercy?
Besides what I've already told you, to put it gently, disorganized, which is irregular for a group that prides itself on mathematical acumen. But with effort, patience, and collaboration, I am confident that Matriarch's Mercy will soon be a haven for the displaced.
Talk to you later. All right, that wasn't all that helpful. Ooh. This would charge up. Yeah, that charged my thing up to 3, which is nice. I don't want to go stealing any of their stuff. I'm hoping that wasn't theft right there. Okay, we did talk to her. Maybe we see what she has said. Great. Let's see what you have for
You
sale.
may peruse to your heart's content, but do so speedily for my sake.
Sure. Oh, sell. That's what I want. I'm kind of reluctant to just sell junk. Because I can break down so much of it. Or maybe we'll sell some of it. Not the scrap metal, for sure. Actually, all of that's Matt's. I guess we could sell some of this. Since this one is obviously better than this one, we'll sell that. I love that it's a baseball cap. But we've got something that is better than that. So we'll sell that. Okay. We're over 4,000. That's awesome. Buy. Ooh, look at that. Burst assault rifle. Something that for short round bursts or like short multiple round bursts would be better than auto fire, at least for me. Do they not sell ammunition? I would like to buy some long rounds. What's this? Patient step. While in TTD, movement no longer drains energy. Oh, that's nice. I mean, that's really handy. But boy, is that expensive. I'm surprised they don't have ammunition, and a bit disappointed. Burst assault rifle telescopic sight. Yeah, we'll buy that. Okay. Gain an additional weapon slot. I like that. We might come back for it. Additional grenade slot. Okay, I think we're good. All right, let's take a look at the map here. Maybe we go for a little trip. Let's go kill Jan Dunsany. I mean, it's going to be a bit of a hike, but it sounds like fun.
Can't say I'm fond of these lodgings.
Do you guys have anything to say? Here we go.
Oh, try not to get too close. My sinuses are stuffed up, my ears are backed up, and my guts are gurgling up. I could burst at any moment. Every fluid from every orifice. So keep your distance.
Good news. Doc Hollis Beardsley asked me to bring you some medicine.
Law, finally. Real relief for my fake symptoms. Let's see it then.
I would need speech 5 for that. Great. Here you go. At least now you can pretend to feel better.
If it's all the same, I'll give it to someone in real need. I've got more practice ahead of me. Wouldn't want to spoil it by seeking treatment. You have my gratitude, stranger.
What do you make of the situation around camp?
I think it's downright awful what's happened to these fine folks. But me especially. Sickness, malnutrition, spontaneous genetic disorders, it never ends.
I should go. Feel better.
You too. Trust me, you don't want to catch this. Neither do I, for that matter.
Can we talk to any of these guys? Nope. All right.
Do you believe
What about these folks?
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Okay, what about this guy?
Keep your behavior within
Oh, hush.
parameters.
Order defecting? There's no putting this rat back into the can.
Oyster is looking pretty good right about now.
You are a necessary part of the plan. Therefore, you need to be part of the Order of the Ascendant. Drop by our predictory today.
Pretty long walk to go and kill Jan Dunsany.
Auntie's choice just suffered an involuntary 15% reduction in workforce. An unfortunate surprise to all personnel. Something that would never happen with the Order, where our predictions help guide our people's lives.
Order Obviator. Let's talk to these guys.
In light of the recent attack on Auntie's choice, you may want to make haste to Matriarch's Mercy. It's just down the road here.
So it was one of our bases that got hit. Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
Okay. What was that attack?
I can't rightly say, and that is rather concerning in its own right. It seems our temporary ceasefire with the corporatists may be at its end.
Ceasefire?
Yes, this was an active war zone until recently, and now seems like it may be so again. Not quite certain why the attack was launched, but that is not under my purview. I'd surmise that when Auntie's Choice realized they couldn't get through our defensive measures, they wisely chose the path of diplomacy. Seems I was mistaken.
Well, it weren't our artillery that made that strike. I can tell you that much.
They must have done something to provoke an attack, which is why your safest path now is the one that leads to Matriarch's Mercy.
Why is that? What else is going on around here?
The Order controls everything south of this point, but the rest is beset with various dangers. Zealots, scavengers, creatures, and corporatists. Well, not certain about that last one anymore after the attack.
When you say zealots, do you mean the cultists who worship the rifts?
Yep, mad to the last one. People will turn to anything to ease their discomfort during times of crisis, I suppose.
What were you saying about scavengers?
They're both unstable and violent. Auntie's forces call them scrappers, and uses them for just that, gathering scrap materials. Excessive abuse of stimulants has made them severely unbalanced.
Yeah,
and
that was the
prone
guy
to
we
violence.
met up with
They've
earlier.
also been known to pose as refugees to lure their victims into ambushes. There are several camps of them northwest of here. I'd strongly advise keeping your distance.
All right, I have to ask about the creatures.
The creatures are of the genus Varachnid. They are large enough to kill a full-grown human and exceedingly willing to do so.
Thanks for the information.
Stranger, the order bids you welcome, but also warnings.
What about this guy? Nope. Look at his hat. That is weird. Is this theft? Of course it is. I'm hearing some animal noises. There's something over there that was looking at us. What is going on up here? I hear weird animals.
Time to earn my commission.
Ready to waste it on your command. Looking a few quarts low, Commander.
Damn. Boy, that didn't go real well at all. And these guys aren't going to have anything to... Well, I take that back. They aren't going to have anything good. All right. Take a minute to eat some food. More Purple Berry Crunch. Oh, we have so much prestige soda. There, we had a 7-pack of prestige soda. That's a Baker's 6-pack right there. I think we have to go around. I'm really gonna hope we don't run into more of those. I mean, they were pretty beefy too. They were taking a lot of shots. Wonder if I should switch to that assault rifle. All right, what do we have here?
Now that is what I call a stubborn clog in the old pipes.
Now, is this the Auntie's Choice place? I mean, I heard a guy. Oh, that must be him.
Perhaps I should peruse Malkin's Immutable Mathematics again. I've only read it 4 times.
And that's theft also. Wouldn't you know it? Okay. We're gonna loop around. See if we can get to Jan. Jeepers!
Liquidate them.
Grass back in business.
Appreciate a little help, Commander. I'm a little busy bleeding out if you haven't...
Come on!
Back in business.
Ouch!
Help me end this fight on my...
Yeah, we're not supposed to fight this guy. I mean, he had like a big skull on him. Or a skull like tag. We were not supposed to fight that dude. Okay.
Halt. What is your destination? Leaving with that heading will bring you in direct contact with the forces of Auntie's Choice.
Did you want to talk to me?
I hope you aren't being transferred here, unless you enjoy the fine art of inventorying the entirety of this supply depot.
No, I don't. Is this guy dead? Come on, guys, back up. Ascendant soda, great. We will take that. 3 heavy rounds, that's... I would have liked if it were maybe like 30 heavy rounds. How many rounds do we have for this? $74. Gosh, I wish we had more. We're gonna give it a try. Whoa. Boy, they really have dropped a lot of landmines in this place. Look at this. Uh-oh. Whew. All right. I guess that Sprat set that one off. We're gonna take that.
Got the time? Adriana time. Time. Ready to waste it. On your command.
Wow. That got the job done. What do you have on you? Jeweled ring. That's not so great. 0G whiskey. Awesome. Yes, this will take for sure. What do you got? Bid cartridge, black and white chocolate yummies. Not actually chocolate, or white, or yummy. So this was one of those scrappers just kind of tucked away here. Let's take a look at food. Maybe we have a little bite of something. That'll do. All right, so this gun only has iron sights, but the 3-round bursts are pretty good. Those kind of get the job done. I must have hit X at some point. I mean, it's back there taking damage over time from one of these two. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. What do you got? Can't any of you guys have some ammunition? Well, Scrapper's Den.
Lay low, Commander. Medic's orders.
Appreciate a little help, Commander.
Hey!
Quarry.
Oh, that was tough. We almost had that one. We almost had that one. But that was where Jan and her folks live.
They don't appear to be hostile.
Okay, that Scrapper Dragoon is tough. I wonder if we're maybe not ready for this jelly. Let's give it another try. I mean, even that turret has a skull on it. That's telling me that we should not be doing that right now. Let's go do this instead. Ew, what do we have here? Auto dock compression coil. I'm not quite sure what that is, but we'll take it.
Get the signal.
Got one. Ouch.
Look alive, Commander.
Graph's ready if you need a house call.
If they had stuff we could loot, I wouldn't say no. Recently, our efforts to land supplies from orbit have all met with failure. Any typical patterns of jinking to avoid their anti-air fire have ended disastrously. Initially, I thought the Order had cleverly hidden so many guns that they were taking down our ships and pods by volume of fire alone. However, after trying a saturation landing, I realized they actually have relatively few guns, but the accuracy is astonishing. Frankly, I would have said it was impossible if I weren't seeing it. I don't know how they're doing it, but that doesn't matter. Either we drop so much cargo they simply can't hit it all, or we have the air staff use dangerously erratic and impossible to predict flight paths. So we're stuck between ruinously expensive at their hands or ruinously expensive at our own frequent accidents. Please advise, Sergeant Turnage. Oh, yuck. Here's outpost opportunity. A machine pistol. Yeah, we'll pick it up.
That's a lot of casualties. Our medics ain't equipped for this. Not even close.
Consume in peace and we won't have a problem. I just threw up all over my shoes, and the laces are melting. My insides. Why are the laces melting? What's hotter than fire? Thank law. They're on lava. They're on Planck plasma. They're on Clive's extra special.
Strewn about this station are all manner of caustic, volatile, and medical-grade chemicals. All it would take is a spark of ingenuity or practical knowledge to create something deadly. Well, I don't have science or explosives at 8. Goodness.
I need you to go get help, buddy. I think I might be hallucinating. Thank law. It's Barnabas, the worst Borst. Barnabas, I need you to go get help, buddy.
Deep fried sissy bits.
Hallucinating.
I think you're all hallucinating and vomiting all over.
All over my shoes.
Okay.
And the laces
Are any of you guys like chalky ones?
Did that blast give me a dunder? Or is some damn stranger walking into my area of operation right after we've been attacked?
You all right, officer? We saw the impact and got over here fast as we could. If there's anything we can...
We can do to part you from your bits while you're desperate? Yeah, I know your type. You go private, but then lurk in the shadows like manta wasps looking to prey on easy marks. You got any reason I oughtn't have you shot?
You could try. Required perk. Space Ranger. Okay. The order sent me as to help as a gesture of goodwill. They didn't attack you.
Yeah? And what exactly makes you so sure of that?
Honestly, I'm not. But the monastery abbot asked me to come, and he seemed very sincere. Because the order abbot sent me as an emissary to convince you.
Huh. Interesting. Did he say who he thinks did hit us? Not that it matters, I suppose. Not like we can muster a counterattack or anything. But even if I did believe you, so what?
Okay. He wants you to contact your superiors to make sure things don't heat up or escalate.
Seriously? You expecting me to ring up Auntie and tell her, hello, Maven of all marketing? Just letting you know that this scrutinization officer says everything's hunky-dory. You've clearly been out in the Dorado sun for too long.
Okay. Okay, if you won't help me yet, maybe I'll help you. You've got quite the mess.
Ah, an offer for transaction. Now you're talking my language. Didn't reckon you as someone sympathetic to our ways. It just so happens we might be able to trade services. Normally I wouldn't admit this kind of weakness. It's bad practice. But I'm really in the squeeze, and you might be useful. Lately my luck's been right miserable. I got enemy sneak attacks. I got grunts murdering each other. I got unsanctioned power struggles. And it all risks reflecting
This looks like he has like stained glass on his breastplate there. You'd like my help with those?
You cut down the number of issues that are vexing me, and I'll send you a word of peace and harmony up the chain. What's good for me is good for you. See? Quid pro quo. Or, if all that sounds like too much work for you, there are other ways to curry my favor. Make me believe your good intentions.
I mean, my speech is way up there. I could do you a few favors. What kind of jobs do you need done? I don't want to do this yet.
That bomb that hit us, it was filled with uranium. So not only did it kill us the good old-fashioned way, it also caused serious poisoning. My contract medicalist over there is literally up to her elbows in it, her hourly rate is ridiculous, and our damn auto docs have gone on the fritz from the workload. You get her the compression coil she needs to make the auto docs work, and that should cut her billable hours in half, and then I'll send your message.
Okay. All right, that's an option. You said you needed a whole mess done. What else you got?
There's been a murder at one of our forts. Trooper's accused of poisoning her senior officer for some preposterous reason. Problem is, I'm already short on medical specialists. The last thing I can do is waste one for days just to find out if she did or didn't toxify him. Go find out who done it, and I'll send the message you're asking for.
All right, that's an option. What else you got?
This is gonna make no more sense for me saying it than it's gonna make for you hearing it, but apparently, the senior officer at one of my forts is a mantisaur. A real, actual, pincer-faced, carapace-having mantisaur. Not a half-human one, or a psychic one, or a talking one, just a regular old head-munching mantisaur. Anyways, there's some dispute over who his second should be, and he can't exactly decide himself. So go sort it out for me, and I will gladly send your message.
Fair enough. I'm off to make that happen.
Now, you know that's an irrevocable deal, right? As in, please remember it's legally binding, and I will sue you if you fail to get it done. So don't let either of us down.
You can
People
try.
are dying, and all he cares about is what he can get out of it. Wish I could say I was surprised.
All right. Help the Mantisaur in charge, help solve a murder. That's what we're gonna go do. One of those two things. And actually, this would be a pretty good time to go ahead and wrap up. Yeah, it's about 8:45 for me, and this is a pretty good time to wrap up. So tomorrow, like I said, Dark Side Wednesdays will continue, or will begin rather, playing a little Star Wars: The Old Republic on the Sith side. I'm very, very excited about that. We'll get started with that 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 on the East Coast, and then more Outer Worlds Thursday evening, same time. If you came and hung out with us today, thank you so much. Do appreciate that. If you're watching over on YouTube and you are enjoying it, first off, I do really appreciate you watching the video. There's so many darn cute cat videos, and you're watching mine, and that's real nice of you. If you enjoy it, please drop a thumbs up on there, and maybe leave a comment, subscribe. I'm all done. I'm gonna go have dinner. You guys take care of yourselves. I'll see you next time. So long.